And passengers in Migori-bound bus cheated death after their vehicle was hit by a loaded canter, plunging them into Nyakomisaro River in Nyambera, Kisii town. The 21 passengers on board heading home from the holidays, sustained injuries, with some of them being rushed to the nearby Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital for treatment. This story and others in our county news wrap.
According to eyewitnesses, the driver of the Canter was seriously injured and hurriedly ferried to an undisclosed health facility.
Kuna kadi yani ilikuwa inatoka Nairobi ikafika hapa Nyambera, na gari lingine ilikuwa inatoka Pegesa. Hiyo gari ilikuwa imebeba mzigo, hiyo ilikuwa na Canter. Ikakata breki, ikapata hii ati ni enjo ikienda Migori. Bahati mbaya ikapiga long side. Hiyo gari ikaenda kwa mtoni.
County Director Disaster Management, Fire and Rescue Services Francis Osoro, who led a team of officers to the scene, confirmed the accident, saying passengers on the bus sustained minor injuries.
The crew from the disaster management team of Kisii County is here with some recovery team, and they are doing a very good job. Sooner or later, this vehicle will be taken away from the accident scene. Many people were injured, but God will take care.
The Canter is said to have been approaching the Daraja Moja Nyamataro bypass junction when it rammed into the bus. Residents have now urged the government to erect bumps on the section of the road to reduce accidents. Elsewhere, health and nutrition experts in Embu have raised concerns over the high rate of stunted growth cases among children aged between 2 and 5 years as a result of malnutrition. According to the Kenya Demographic Health Survey of 2014, the rate of stunting, which is defined as impaired growth of children, stood at 26.8% in the county.
The Embu children are not able to achieve their full potential because nutrition helps someone to grow and helps an individual to grow holistically, physically, mentally. And that means for Embu community, our children will not be able to achieve their full potential.
Meanwhile, recruitment and deployment of occupational therapists to rural facilities will be the first to step in preventing disabilities in the country. Dr. Tabitha Rangara, the chairperson of the new Occupational Therapy Council of Kenya, says that there is need for the government to recognize the importance of occupational therapy to address growing need of the therapy in the community.
Very important that we talk about occupational therapies in a holistic manner, that when we make our budgets, we look that occupational therapies are represented in every sector of the country, in every sector of our communities, and in every sector of the hospital.
Farmers in the private sector have been urged to adopt technology and come up with the region-specific solutions to help increase their yields. Cooperatives and MSMEs Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelgui says farmers are eager to maximize production and get bigger markets for their produce.
Farmers are really making money through this crop. So it's our desire and wish as government that we also give farmers the same value that other farmers elsewhere in the world are benefiting. It's clear that the cooperative sector is playing a big role. We will invest on extension services. We will improve on partnership with the counties, improve on the farm subsidy of the inputs, and also work on distribution of this farm inputs.
And Ibisil town residents in Kajiado County have embarked on efforts to plant trees in their homesteads and in community lands in an effort to conserve the environment. This follows frequent severe drought in the county that has resulted in crop failure, livestock losses and food insecurity.
We are starting from Kajiado because of the deaths which we saw over during the drought season.
It's important to look into these groups so that we are able to effectively address these climate change issues.
Finally, Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru now says Kirinyaga has necessary infrastructure to support investment in manufacturing and agro-processing. The governor is now inviting investors to the county, saying Kirinyaga has many opportunities that can be gainfully exploited by investors.
The county is growing very fast in terms of its critical infrastructure that supports investment. We have a good transport network. Kirinyaga County is going to be having its own power producing company which will generate our own hydropower And as it is, we have already gotten support from the British government. I'm sure you saw the other day when they were here. And we hope that we'll be able to provide power at a much cheaper rate.